Hi, I'm Victoria Ballou, and thank you for trusting your intuition, coming here in this moment to see what your subconscious, the tarot, has for you, the message that it has just for you. So I invite you to choose a stack of cards. Will it be stack number 1 underneath Vesta, my warrior priestess, or perhaps it's underneath stack number 2, the fossilized shell, or it could be stack number 3, which is the quartz obelisk. Go with your first intuitive impulse on that, because that's going to be the correct one. And while you're deciding, let me share with you an invitation to log on and subscribe to my monthly magazine, Astrologic. It's available only at astrologicmagazine.com. I created it about 8-9 years ago to bring the metaphysical world together, where you have articles, new articles every month, plus the archive of things like astrology from the world's most amazing astrologers, as well as experts in tarot and well-being, sound healing, soul awakening. These aspects, which are the ancient sciences that we put into modern practice right now. Do tune in to astrologicmagazine.com and see what I'm talking about. If you understand the energy that you're working with right now, you'll love this magazine. All right, and right before we begin, let me share with you my favorite quote, which I live by, and which I hope helps you as well. It's a quote by Albert Einstein, who said, "Everything is energy. That's all there is to it. Match the frequency of the reality you want, and you cannot help but get that reality." This is not philosophy. This is physics. All right, let's take a look and see what's going on energetically underneath stack number 1. We will move Vesta over and take a look at your first card. This is your overview energy, your energy from a broad standpoint right now. Let's see what's happening. Well, how nice. You have the 4 of Wands here in the Thoth deck. This is called completion. Now, this means wrapping up something that has needed to be wrapped up, something that you were looking forward to wrapping up. It's also known as the marriage card. So again, the completion, the bringing together, the closing of the circle, as you can see. This is a circle that has been completely closed. And so any or all of those things could apply to the energy that you're feeling right now. And this is a wonderful energy, by and large. Sometimes we have to close the circle on things that we may not want to, but we know we have to. Sometimes the circle closes without us having anything to do with it. It just knew it was time to close, right? So we will put this card down here on my Chartre Labyrinth and take a look at the second card, which is your challenge energy. Because while you have this amazing 4 of Wands completion card coming up as your overview, there is something challenging that energy. So let's take a look and see what it is. Okay, well, this is the Queen of Wands, and for this to be your challenge energy, you know, normally this Queen of Wands is all about self-confidence, understanding where you are right now from that very deep perspective of intuition, trusting your intuition, having a lot of experience that has brought you to this point. But this being your challenge card, this is challenging you right now. Now, you know, when we have this archetype, right, of this queen energy, this can represent you, absolutely. It can also represent someone in your life, or it could represent just the pervading overall general energy of a situation which is challenging you. And so what I mean by this is that wonderful aspect when she's in the balcony energy, meaning in the highest energy of self-knowledge, of wisdom, of trusting your intuition, all of those aspects, that's being challenged right now, either within yourself or someone is challenging that energy in your life. And so with that in mind, we have to recognize this and put it with this Four of Wands completion card to understand the situation as far as what is going on. And indeed, what is happening is that even though the circle has closed, you have created, brought to an end, found the completion point of something, or something has indeed found its completion point. This is not setting well with you, right? This is somehow not being integrated into your psychic energy in the way that maybe it should have been. So we're going to take a look at the third card here, which is your course of action called for. And this is, again, your subconscious that coming through in the tarot to allow you to see how to handle this and move forward, right? And it's the Five of Cups. I'm not surprised to see this. Again, here in the top deck, it's known as disappointment. And so when we look at the three cards together, the message is actually quite clear because something has wrapped up in your life. It could very well be unbidden by you, meaning that you did not want it to wrap up. And the challenge that it has created within you is making you feel off balance in terms of understanding who you are, testing that innate confidence and wisdom that you have within yourself. It's really a trying time for you in this way due to this energy wrapping up. But what the tarot, what your subconscious wants you to do and recognize and take action on is turning loose of that disappointment. And while that sounds very simple, it's easy for me to say, it's obviously not in your life because I see how deep, I can feel how deep this is for you. But if you take it one step at a time, then you can do it. And this means slowly progressing through that place of energy where you know that you need to go to set it on a positive course. And even though it may seem daunting, and really it does, especially with this Queen of Wands energy being your challenge energy, it's causing you to question a lot of what you thought you knew. Well, this is a learning opportunity for you. And if you can look at it in that regard, then this is going to take you further down the line in your own personal journey of understanding how to deal with things when these challenges come up, because we will always have challenges in our lives every single day. Even when we have amazing things happen, it still is there's still that contrast of amazing, but over here is challenging, right? But that's just the life experience. And so this is what I'm saying to you. It's time to turn loose of that disappointment that you're experiencing and look at it from a different angle so that you can move through this, reclaim your Queen of Wands energy. And of course, this is gender neutral. Queen of Wands can represent you if you're a male. So it's time to reclaim that self-confidence, that innate wisdom that you have just naturally, but also that you've gained through your life. This will come back to you when you find the true, authentic way to turn loose of the disappointment. And again, this is the Five of Cups, so there may be 5 steps, 5 things that you need to turn loose of to finally free yourself. And so please consider what I'm saying here, because this has the potential, again, to be a worthwhile opportunity to learn and grow from this. And I really hope that it does for you. All right, let's take a look at the second stack of cards underneath my beautiful fossilized shell. The first card is your overview energy. This is your energy from a broad standpoint. Let's take a look and see what's going on. Well, how awesome. You have the Princess of Discs. She is all about new identity, new opportunities, the bringing in of new life. This can represent pregnancy. This absolutely has the ability to have you energetically in a place where there's a lot of excitement of an idea that actually can come to fruition, giving birth to something that you've been thinking about, working on, trying to create. This is the energy that says it's here for you right now, that you are indeed experiencing this. Now, of course, Princess of Discs is gender neutral. This archetype can represent females or males, but it can represent you. It can represent someone else as well. Or, of course, it can always represent just the general energy of the situation that you're working with right now, that you're experiencing right now. So again, new identity, giving birth to something, whether real or metaphorical, but it's an exciting time. But we always have a challenge card, and we're going to take a look at what that is right now, because this energy is definitely interacting with this Princess of Discs energy. So let's take a look and see what's going on. Wow. Okay, so here's the Emperor. This is huge, huge energy. Emperor is all about leadership, all about making unbiased choices when this is balcony energy. And what I mean by that is energy at its highest, working at its highest, most beneficial level. Of course, if it's basement energy, this means that there could be definite bias and strictness and unfairness involved with this energy. And being the challenge card, that's what potentially could be happening here, what you could be dealing with. And once again, being this major arcana archetype, this could represent a person, yourself. It could represent someone in your life. It could represent someone who's coming into your life, or it could just represent the overall, vibration of energy that's present right now for you. And it is indeed challenging. Yeah, big energy, lots of fire around this. And so if we look at this with our Princess of Discs energy, there is something thwarting this new idea, this whatever is you're giving birth to or wanting to manifest or have manifested. There is this Emperor energy that is interfering with this. Could both of these cards represent you? Absolutely. I have seen this many times because, of course, these are both archetypes that could be present within yourself. And archetypes are something that we really need to understand in terms of who we are in that regard. I write about it in my magazine, Astrologic, if you ever want to dive into that deeper. But this could also, as I said, represent someone else in your life. But here is the conflict. Here is the challenge, is while you have this beautiful place where you've given birth, or see the place where a new identity is beginning or has the potential to begin, you have this other energy that is somehow negating it, challenging it. So that's why we have the third card. This is your course of action called for. And this will give us an idea of what you need to do in order to deal with this. Okay, it's the Ten of Cups. It's the happiness card. This is saying you need to just, whatever this negative Emperor energy is, you will negate it by absolutely, honestly, authentically feeling happy and letting the happiness just saturate you. Just allow it to be authentic and real within you. And that will push this Emperor energy it will neutralize it, if not just completely make it vanish. Because look at this. I want to point out that the emperor, these, again, I mentioned the fiery aspects, the red and the orange and the gold. Well, the Ten of Cups has that same red, orange, and gold. And so that's why I'm saying this ability just to be really happy, to feel fulfilled, is going to neutralize and engage with this emperor energy, to take it from that place of causing you pain and discomfort, and put it into a place where it's no longer doing that. I have to say, you can't pretend that you're happy. You have to actually feel happy. And while I can say that, and it sounds very simple, what you actually need to do to put it into practice is to find that place within you. And again, think of this as an opportunity, a lesson to be learned, to find something to be happy about. Even though you have this pressure on you, find something to feel happy about, even if it's just one thing, and allow that to build. There are 10 cups here, so maybe realize or say to yourself, there are 10 things that I need to do, maybe one each day, that puts you back on the track of neutralizing this really powerful emperor energy. If you do that, you are going to genuinely, authentically be in that place of fulfillment, feeling satisfied, and this, whatever this emperor is bringing into your life, you will take it away and allow that Princess of Discs energy to once again take control of the situation, and allow you to create whatever it is that you are manifesting. And I really hope you're able to do that. Good luck with that. All right, let's take a look at the third stack of cards. We will move the obelisk over and see what the first card is, which is your overview energy. This is your energy from a broad standpoint. Let's see what's going on. Okay, Tower. Something is changing, either in a major way, or it could be something minor, but something is completely it's deteriorating, it's crumbling, it is under a state of being demolished. And, the key, when we see the Tower card, the key question to ask is, are you allowing this, or are you fighting against it? Because here's the thing with the Tower card. This is whatever this is in your life, it's going to happen. It is happening. It will continue to happen until everything it has completely crumbled to the ground. If you struggle or try to deny this, it only makes it worse. So you must just allow it and recognize, yes, this is happening, and I have to deal with it. I have to allow it to all fall apart, because once it does, something new gets built in its place. And you can actually quite possibly control what is getting built, especially if you allow it to, whatever this is, fall apart right now. So that's your overview energy. I hope this isn't too traumatic for you, whatever it is, but you are having to deal with it. And if that's not enough, you do have a challenge card. So let's just jump in and see what it is. Okay, well, it's the universe. This means something huge is falling apart and changing. Let's say changing in your life. But also, when we see the universe card, this means there is the opportunity to rebuild without doubt, right? It's very interesting. I haven't seen the Tower and the universe cards come together like this for a very, very long time. And so this is a huge opportunity, a pivot point in your life. It really, everything that is happening right now that is being affected in your life, you have a choice to make, because the Tower card is saying something is ending. I mean, completely crumbling, falling apart, and you need to allow it to make this transition easier on yourself. But, you know, even though it's something big that's happening, the universe card says you have not only the opportunity to learn from this situation, but to grow from it. This is huge energy for you. Let's just jump right into the third card, your course of action called for. Let's see. Wow, of course. It's the Two of Discs. It's change. Yeah. So what this is saying, obviously, is all of this change is what is the action that you need to address here. Two of Discs speaks, you know, discs, of course, speak of our physical environment, our physical body. It speaks of the, you know, relationships with each other, with money, very much. This could be a money situation. And Two of Discs, it's all about finding that balance, right, of change, significant change. And so the message is actually very clear with the stack that you chose, and that is you must allow this change. You must find your balance, understand that you have a learning opportunity here, understand that things are going to be different, but that you have the challenge and the opportunity to grow as a result of this. This is big, big, big energy. You can handle it, but it requires you to find your balance in this. You know, one day you may be over here feeling great, the next day over here not feeling great. You know, keep after it. Keep working toward that balance, and at some point you will find it. That is what the tarot, your subconscious, is telling you to do right now. Huge energy. And, you know, while it can seem just overwhelming and daunting beyond belief, it is an opportunity for you to grow and to learn in a very significant way. I wish you very good luck as you do this. All right. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them for me below. I always enjoy hearing from you. I'm always here to serve you. And thank you for joining me.